And also, Saturn, because of its rings, it is actually cold. And it has lunar. You know how the North Pole has these like lights? Like northern lights? Saturn also has it. And it's weird for a gas giant to have it, but it looks cool. And I think it's purple, they said. Yeah, it's purple. And Saturn is the second biggest planet.
Wait a minute. You mentioned Northern Lights. You know when we were in Alaska, that's a thing in Alaska. Northern Lights. You can see it there.
Yeah. But the northern lights on Saturn are so big that you can see it.
What is it? What is even in Northern Lights?
I think it's something that has to do with the sun and some other things, and it kind of like the moon and it reflects and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's so beautiful from Saturn. It's so beautiful. And also, if Saturn had a solid surface, not only would you be able to see its rings, but you would be able to see 50 of its moons. Crazy, right?
Okay.
Now,
You need to wrap it up with you.
So what is it you want to say about Earth? Like Earth will, something about what will happen to Earth. And you said something about black hole.
oh, I'll get to those later.
Okay.
I'll get to those after I'm done with the Kuiper Belt and stuff. So, Uranus. It's actually the only planet in the solar system to be tipped on its side for some reason. So it's sideways. It's spinning sideways. And its rings is sideways. Though it's not usually known for that. It actually has one of the weirdest characteristics. It is the stinkiest planet in the solar system. And it has to be, and it's because of two chemicals that mix together to make it stinky. I think that's why they gave it the name Uranus. Anyways.
Now you're making up.
Oh my God.
You're making up stuff.
No, I don't think he's making up stuff, but I'm just thinking, like, what? That makes sense then.
Uranus is just like you mix with your mother. Well, no, you guys are bringing out your bosoms.
No, it's kind of like when you're sweaty, Dad.
Let me just say a joke here. So I saw something. You know how they have all these TV shows where they ask questions, like trivial questions, and you're supposed to answer. So the host was asking the lady, and I think this is one of those $1 million shows. And so she said, I'm just throwing out a number. For $1 million, the next question is XYZ. I don't remember the question, but the options are A, Jupiter, B, Uranus, C, Earth, that kind of thing. And the person that wanted to answer, she said, Jupiter, I don't know if blah, 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 and blah. He said, and Uranus, I can't put my finger on it. She was not, and then she realized what she said. I was like,
I can't put my finger on it. It's crazy. Anyways, Uranus is an ice giant, and it is very cool. It has 40 to 19 moons or something like that. Anyways, now we have Neptune. It actually has rings. All the gas giants and ice giants in our solar system have rings. Many people don't draw them with rings, or see them with rings, or think they have rings. But they actually do. And I had a whole debate with my class for about a year about if Neptune had rings or not. And guess who came on top?
Who?
Me.
where? At Trip?
Yep. And now they all said sorry to me, and I'm
Wow.
pissed.
So they know that you're an expert in solar system?
And they will never bother to have an argument with me again.
Oh gosh.
And
Does
now-
your teacher know?
Yeah. I mean, he didn't think that there was
No, do they know that you know so much about the solar system?
Oh, I don't think they know. I don't think they know. Anyway, Neptune. It has a lot of water. Like oceans. Oh, and can we go back to Titan real quick? Titan is actually the closest planet to become an Earth-like... actually, Titan is the closest moon to be an habitable moon.
Where's Titan? I haven't heard of that before.
Well,
is that?
Titan.
That's not a planet.
That's one of Saturn's moons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the closest moon to become habitable and have humans.
Okay.
Also, in Mars and Venus, they found like some microorganisms living there, so we might have new life on them. You don't know.
But no trees.
We probably won't have like
no water.
We probably won't have like actual living beings on Venus, but we'd probably have like living beings on Mars. But they would probably have to adapt, and Venus they only have like bacteria and stuff. And now let's move on to the Kuiper Belt. The first dwarf planet of the Kuiper Belt is Pluto. It was before a planet, but in 2012 they deemed it as not a planet because planets have to have these things: a high sense of gravity, a clear area, and they need to be a certain size. And Mercury cleared out its area, has a certain amount of gravity and stuff, and it doesn't have the size all too well, but it checks out. But Pluto, they found out that no. It also has this moon that is more like a binary planet. It's more like a binary system than a moon because it's kind of the same size, just that one is a bit smaller. Pluto's bigger and the other one's smaller. And now we have Haumea, which is very, very weird when it comes to planets, because for some reason it's oval shaped. None of the planets in our solar system ever do this. And oh, fun fact, did you know all of the planets in our solar system are not perfectly spherical? Crazy, huh?
Yeah, same thing with Earth, right?
Yep.
And it's tilted.
Oh,
Earth is tilted.
And here's one more fact about Earth. Africa is the only continent to actually be glued to Earth, while all of us are sinking.
What does that mean?
Like we're all floating and we're sinking. Africa is the only one to be attached to the seafloor. That's why it has so many resources and stuff.
Okay, wait, is it because it's on the equator?
I think it is. And it has so many resources in it. Oh, and Earth is not perfectly tilted correctly. It is actually tilted in a 45-degree angle.
Is it up to 45? That's a big tilt.
Yep.
I thought it was just slightly tilted.
Nope, it's tilting like this.
Yeah.
That's why we're actually having night and day and weather.
Yeah, no.
Because of the tilt.
And some places are way colder than some places.
And that's why some places don't have enough sunlight, or how we saw that there was...
Some places have shorter winter, shorter summer because of the tilt.
And longer days because one of them at 12 p.m. 12 a.m. There was still sunlight.
Okay, so continue.
And the moon also reflects light.
I don't think Daddy's paying attention anymore.
I'm paying attention.
And now we have Maki thing. Dad, thank you. Anyways, Maki is the only dwarf planet to actually have a moon that, compared in size, is not a binary system and more like a moon. And it is also very red, and in some illustrations they draw it with smooth shaded colors. Oh, and get this, Maki is the only planet to be perfectly spherical. And it is also let's see.
My own thing is that for you to remember all these things, it's insane. If whatever you're saying is true, which I believe is true, it's just like your memory. It's
crazy.
Impeccable. It's incredible.
Anyways, Maki, and just to think that I learned these from a couple of songs are crazy. Anyways, Maki have.
What do you think? Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, I'm not thinking what I'm thinking.
Anyways, can I finish? Maki has no atmosphere. It has no atmosphere at all.